G'day, I'm Trent Maxwell.
I'm Leigh I.
And we want to welcome you to our Live, Learn, Survive podcast. Since 2018, Leigh and I travelled the globe and met face-to-face with over 32,000 children in 6 countries across 3 continents. We created a series of award-winning children's books, a global online education program, and are founders of the Live, Learn, Survive charity, all focused on teaching children and young adults life skills that will not only help themselves but help others too. We're on a mission to spread awareness about fire, water and first aid education to inspire the next generation of first responders. So join us for the next half an hour with some fun, inspiration and kindness, and we'll try and learn something too. How are you this week, Leigh? Welcome aboard.
Maxie, I am good. Is it only Thursday? What a week.
It is only Thursday, and for the people that watch our YouTube, you probably notice that this is a different room. I'm down at my parents' place, and my parents have grandchildren.
I thought it was your old room, Maxie.
Well, actually, it is my old room from my old Nana's place. So, yeah, it is my old room.
Oh, I thought
unicorn stickers
the unicorns where it might be your go, so
everything's here.
Yeah. Love it. So today you're at Mum and Dad's in Poppy's room.
I haven't been kicked out of home. I'm down here visiting. I'm down here visiting my mum and dad because they go to Bali on the weekend and it's Father's Day, so we're having dinner after this. So it's been one of those days. I come off shift this morning, a bit of a train. You've had a big morning with Nick, and then I've raced down here. We've had a great, amazing guest that we'll be sharing in the next couple of weeks, couple of months.
Exactly, and we haven't missed a beat this week, so I reckon we just get into it, Maxie, and start us off with the quote.
Yeah, so the quote this week, Leigh, is you should never let your fears prevent you from doing what you know is right. What you know is right. So I'll say that again. You should never let your fears prevent you from doing what you know is right. Lovely.
Excellent. Good stuff. So yeah, don't let fear, as much as it's there for all of us. Don't let it stand in your way. That's the thing. Feel the fear, do it anyway. So good quote for the week, Maxie.
It is.
And we have got so much good news this week.
We do.
And it's only Thursday. So let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
We've been everywhere.
Yeah, some good news this week, Leigh. As you said before, it's been a massive week. I was up in Brisbane earlier this week doing some amazing stuff for Live, Learn, Survive in a number of great schools in the Brisbane, Moreton Bay, South Moreton Bay.
So the Moreton Bay Islands, absolutely.
It was great. It was awesome to check out the Redlands and be back there. And we had teachers come up to us and go, you were here a couple of years ago, and we worked out it was back in 2018.
It was
six years, not just a couple. It was 6 years ago.
Yeah, 6 years.
We were back over in Russell Island again 6 years ago, but it was good to be back. It was great to see the kids, and they had a massive tragedy in the island last year with a family of 5. Or family of 6, should say, 5 children.
And 5 children and Dad passed away in a house fire.
So we were there to talk about fire safety, water safety and first aid to hopefully help people heal and also learn skills to not only help themselves but help others too.
Yeah, exactly. So, we went cruising. We went over on the ferries. The good people at SeaLink got on board and looked after us get across there. So that was amazing. We were treated to the sunset, as we sailed home, which
beautiful.
Was insane.
It reminded me of the sunset when we were going between Belfast and Stranraer when we were in Scotland, between Ireland and Scotland.
It absolutely did.
Smooth seas, not a cloud in the sky, absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, exactly. And, it's nice when things like that, just like you think, gosh, we did a great thing today with the charity. And then, you get something nice like that as well. And you think, gosh, we're lucky. So
again, how lucky are we?
Yeah. So, and then we had a board meeting, which was brilliant. Got all the official things signed off for the year with our grown-up people. Jenny was amazing. First board meeting with Jenny, who was just brilliant. And Andrew came along volunteering as our official note taker and all the rest of that, which was amazing. And then yesterday, obviously, we got you on the flight home. Yesterday, I had a meeting. I'm going to put a post up after this, a meeting with the Minister for Education and her team, Di Farmer MP, which was awesome to make some connections in the Department of Education for Queensland Government, which was fantastic. And there was a community cabinet and there was lots of the MPs and they were actually, hats off to Kim Richards, who's been a massive supporter of I. It was the first time I'm not sure, I think it was the first time the community cabinet had come down to the Redlands. Stephen Miles, who is our current Premier, held the floor and had I think he took about 50 questions from the locals, none of which were prepared, which I think, that takes... and he handled it amazingly. So, it's good. You see one perception of someone on TV and then you see them in the person. And then he didn't skip a beat. He went straight from that. Everyone who went out, they put a barbecue on and all the ministers served the barbecue. And the Premier was there dealing out the snags. And apparently, Maxie, he's a bit of a hit on TikTok with his... cooking with his kids. So he even got a question about his TikTok account. So that was really good. And it's really nice when you see people that are in power and making the big decisions by day, turning up at night and serving you with the old sausage sizzle. So that was amazing. And then, as if that's not enough, you're back up in a fortnight. Or should I say a week on Sunday?
Yes, I'll be back up in a couple of, in a week and a bit's time to do a couple more schools. And, excited to get back up there. We always get a lot done when we're together.
We're smashing in those Queensland schools. So, so big week. Very, very good week. Been a lot of fun. So, good fun. What else have we got then, Maxie?
We've got some unfortunate news, an event.
Yeah.
So the scooter. There's been a mishap with the scooter.
It's always the scooter, Maxie. This scooter kind of worries me.
I locked the keys in under the seat, and it's my only key I had. I had the spare at home, but I wasn't at home at the time, and I had to kind of force the seat up. So break into my own bike, but in doing so, I broke the seat. I broke the seat. So the whole seat come off, and now I just got to be extra careful. I got to get it fixed. So I think I need to go get a pink slip, which is like roadworthy certificate to make sure that your bike or your car is registered. Which is due at the end of next week. So I guarantee me taking the scooter there, I won't get it. It won't be roadworthy. So I haven't been riding it since I broke the seat. I obviously got home, but I'm in the process of getting it sorted. And
it's
fixed.
Back in the poorly bed.
Yes.
In the poorly bay.
It's back in the sick bay.
Is it ever going to get out of the sick bay though, Maxie? Is it time,
It could be time, it's going to be a big financial couple of months with looking at maybe a new car and a new bike. So I'm just kind of nursing it and see if I can do a bit of a short fix. And we'll see how we go. But it is a bit of
see if we can get it over the line. Yes. Okay.
What about yourself?
We did have a bit of an unfortunate event, didn't we? We were on the road on Tuesday morning. What do we always pick up from our favourite cafe?
We always pick up a coffee.
The coffee. And Andrew was with us this particular morning.
Yes.
And he picked up the coffee and he dropped the coffee.
Spilled it all in
over him.
All over him and in your relatively brand new car.
Yeah, my new car. That wasn't a good start for him. Bless him. So we were, did, And then this morning I say, wake up, not 100%, and I've missed Pilates, which means I haven't done Pilates this week.
Well, there's always tomorrow. I know you got a big day on the Gold Coast, but
yes. Oh, that's more good news. Guess what? We're going to see our favourite person. Well, one of our favourite people. Not, we're going to see Andy.
Andy,
Andy the van man.
Andy sorted us out with a van around the UK 2 years ago, and he's over in the Gold Coast at the moment doing the World Lifesaving Championships. So we wish Wales all the best with their competition.
Well, it's Great Britain.
Oh, Great Britain. Sorry.
It's not. They're not individual countries. They're all together. So they're from and Millie is competing. So I'm going to go in the morning and get the lowdown. He said to me, "We'll be at the pool from 6:30."
Sweet. Will you get?
So I said, "Look, I'll be down there at 8. I'm going to leave home at 6:30, and I'm going to take." He won't be listening to this because it'll be already done by the time. But I'm going to take. Because remember, we had a lovely breakfast with them. I'm going to take them a jar of Vegemite that they can take home to put on the breakfast table. So there we go. So we're going to go and cheer on Millie, catch up with Andy the van man, and there we go. Good so all going off. So right, dad jokes.
Dad jokes, yes.
What have we got?
I've got one this week.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I gave my handyman a to-do list.
Yeah.
But he only did jobs 1, 3, and 5. Turns out he only does odd jobs. That was a good one. Well,
while we're talking about handyman, I've got a similar vein.
What have you got?
Sparky, I knew. Looked like Elton John. His nickname was Socket Man.
That's good. Talking about my flip joke.
Oh, you flip last week? Yeah.
What do you call a Frenchman wearing sandals?
What do you call a Frenchman wearing sandals?
Philippe Fallope.
Philippe Fallope. That is very good, Maxie. I like that. Philippe Fallope. Oh, Philippe fantastic. Fallope. So, here's my last one for you then, Maxie. I was thinking, I think I'm going to sail around the world in the world's smallest ship. Oh, no, hang on. I was going to go.
You're going to, yes.
I was going to sail around the world in the world's smallest ship. Couldn't do it. I bottled it. Get like the ship, like the ship in a bottle.
I get it. Good stuff. I like it. I think I won this week, but I like it.
Tough crowd. Oh, confidence. All right. Okay.
I've got a good
all right. Good. I think you did win with Philippe Fallope. Absolutely. I'll pay that. Absolutely. It was excellent. So, all right.
Job of the week.
Next. Job of the week.
Yeah, job of the week this week. Not really much to report. I'm in between shifts, and when this goes live, I'll be on shift.
Yes.
But yesterday we had 3 bin fires at 3 different train stations in Sydney, and we call it the trifecta. It's not very often you get bin fires. To
get 3 in one shift at 3 stations. Was that someone being silly?
No, because one was in Hurstville, one was in Lidcombe, and one was in Bankstown, and they
weren't on the same whatevers.
No, and it was all at different times. But the week before, if anyone remembers, I had 3 cat rescues last week, so it's kind of like it comes.
Everything
in threes.
Comes in threes. Yeah. Oh my life.
But next week, between now and next week, when the next episode comes out, we've got our lifeguard induction for the Bondi lifeguards, which I'm excited for. There's a good little new format this year, just to kind of different training. People are doing their research. So I can't believe it. The weather today, 25 degrees. Tomorrow's 29 degrees. Summer's, when I say summer,
over 30 spring, in Queensland. It's August.
It's crazy. So, winter is pretty much done.
It's
gone. Next week, lifeguard induction is usually the start of our summer. So, we're back with that. But other than that, nothing else to really report on the medical, fire, water front.
Of course, we did, while you're up here, we'd be remiss without talking about Job of the Week. We did ring and sing happy birthday to Pierce.
We did. Brother Pierce.
The MVP of, you're all the MVP of 62, but, so there you go. Happy birthday, Pierce.
Happy birthday, Pierce. All the best, mate.
Yeah.
But yeah, nothing else to really report.
So we'll see what tomorrow brings.
I'm driving tomorrow, so I dare say there'll be something going on. Usually when I drive, there's something. So.
Oh, here we go. We will await. And then next week, lifeguard induction.
Yeah. Straight into it.
Summer comes around again. So yeah. Excellent, Maxie. Well, hopefully it's a safe shift tomorrow. We will wish you luck.
Thank you.
So tip of the week.
Yeah, tip of the week this week. It's funny. We've got hours and hours and hours of videos and bits and pieces that we filmed with the old rescue squad and now the Skills for Life program. Yep. And Ben King helping us out with some filming. There's so many different snippets I can grab. And yesterday was not a random one, but I was just going through some old videos and I found a good part of me using a pool cleaner stick rescuing someone. So I thought it was really cool to kind of, cut it together and put it up. And it's already got a few views on Reels and a few lifeguard, I think a few lifeguards, Santa Teresa and Baltic Rescue shared it. So, it's not always just about the beach stuff. We always talk about rivers, lakes, dams, pools. And so, again, I'm beating around the bush. The lesson this week is do not rush into situations without a flotation device or rescue equipment. You need to make sure that you look after yourself because you're no good if you fall into a situation and become a victim yourself.
Yeah, exactly. And, these videos, the whole idea is that they see the lesson once, two, three. Don't they say you need to see something 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times before
I think that video, no one's really seen, the people in the squad have seen it, but actually through socials, I don't think anyone's seen that part. So it was a good little snippet. And, I thought it was a lot to take away from because it kind of visually shows you how you can get down nice and low and pull someone in. If you stand up tall and lean over, there's a chance you can fall in. So
and the kids did that really well in the schools this week. It's a really important thing to to know. So excellent, Maxie. Excellent. So crazy facts. What have we got for us this week?
Yeah, I've got a couple of crazy facts here, actually.
Okay.
So I'm just loading up.
Okay. Go. Do you want me to start?
No, it's okay. So did you know that a cloud weighs around 1 million tons?
A million tons?
A cloud typically has a volume of around 1 kilometer 3 and a density of around 1,000.003 kilograms per meter, not square, but meter 3. That's a density around 0.4% lower than the air surrounding. It's a pretty crazy fact. I didn't realise that.
Well, they must be pretty because, when you fly through them, you can sometimes, if it's like a thick cloud, like, your cotton wool fluffy clouds, you do get a movement in the plane, don't you? So there must be something there to move a plane. When you go through the wispy clouds, you just float through them, don't you? Yeah. But wow. Okay. Anything else?
So identical twins don't have the same fingerprints.
Interesting. Cool. That's very cool. Yeah.
Earth's rotation is changing speed. It's actually slowing. This means that on average, the length of a day increases by around 1.8 seconds per century. 600 million years ago, a day lasted just 21 hours.
Wow.
This one's a scary one. Your brain is constantly eating itself. Where cells envelope and consume smaller cells or molecules to remove them from the system. Don't worry, phagocytosis isn't harmful, but actually actually helps preserve your
Could you just
grey
run that
matter.
by me again?
Phagocytosis. It's
Thank you, Doctor.
PHAGOCYTOSIS.
Yes, that.
Yeah, so
Mm.
that's what it is. And
Yeah.
last but not least, animals can experience time differently from humans, which we kind of already knew that maybe, but
Yeah.
smaller animals, the world around them moves more slowly compared to
Mm.
humans.
Okay.
Salamanders and lizards, for example, experience time more slowly than cats and dogs. That is because their perception of time depends on how quickly the brain can process incoming information.
Whoa.
There you go.
Whoa. Fantastic. Well, I went, we've been in Southeast Queensland this week. We were on the islands. And when I was at the community, there was lots of people there from the islands last night. And the biggest so there's the Southern Moreton Bay Islands, and its very close neighbour is Stradbroke Island. And Stradbroke Island quite often gets featured in tourism things for, Queensland. It's always on there kind of somewhere. And they were talking about, as we build up to Brisbane Olympics, you bet your life Stradbroke Island's going to be featured as a highlight of Brisbane. So I thought I'd give us some some facts about Straddy, as it's known to the locals. So Straddy, it's the second largest sand island in the world. It's 30 kilometres just kind of off the coast of Brisbane. It's 38 kilometres long and 11 kilometres wide. So it's not huge, but a lot of people live over on Straddy. It's home to the clans of the Quandamooka people. So it's the home of the Quandamooka people. So basically, these are some of the things about like the natural habitat and why some of the people that were in the room last night were saying they love living on the islands. So Straddy is one of Australia's top 12 shorebird habitats, which I didn't realise it was like, shorebird. I mean, we have some amazing wildlife, but I didn't realise that. Mm-hmm. It supports the southernmost population of the dugong in Australia and is among the top 10 habitats nationally for this vulnerable species. Now, anyone who doesn't know what a dugong is, it's like a small whale with a funny shaped kind of nose, a lot bigger than a dolphin. But the dugongs are often seen around the bay, so that's pretty cool. It's one of the most important feeding areas for threatened marine turtles along Australia's east coast and has 6 of the world's 7 species of marine turtles. Wow. How cool is that? All the turtles out there. And also, this was the last bit, the bottlenose dolphin population, centred around Point Lookout, which is one of the main town on the island, is one of the largest congregations of bottlenose dolphins in the world.
Wow. There you go.
We're all hanging out there in Straddy, living off the Redlands. So,
living their best life.
And then, we just had the most beautiful sail across, and you just know that water is just full of dugongs, turtles, and you just think, wow, what a special little part of the world. So, there you go. Some facts about the southern islands and particularly Straddy. So,
good stuff.
Excellent. All righty then, Maximus, what do we got now? Reflection.
Yeah, just short but sweet this week. Reflection. Just being in the schools around Brisbane and Russell Island and Moreton Bay, kids learning life-saving skills to save lives and look after others and themselves. We talk about it a lot, but it's awesome to be able to do it in the flesh, face-to-face. We are working on an online component, which we do have, but we're trying to make it better. But it is good being there in person. And seeing the kids actually interact and have fun and learn, and you can see their brains just kind of ticking along and taking it all on board. And I was so surprised how many great answers, and some of the kids knew a lot of the stuff that we were talking about.
That's what I was going to say. I think it actually surprises the teachers how much those kids know. I think that they take it all in. but already how much they know in the first place. And the thing that always blows my mind is the little guy that knows all about the fire extinguishers and the different types of fire extinguishers. I was like, my age meeting you before I realised there was different types of fire extinguishers.
Yeah.
And there's little kids. And I always think, I'd love to know if that little guy in 20 years' time becomes the fiery.
Yeah, well, 100%. And it's good because everyone kind of picks up little things. You don't know what kids pick up. And how beautiful is what we do with Live, Learn, Survive. If there is a kid in that room that doesn't know what's going on, from that moment on, they hear other kids knowing this information. A lot of people feed off each other, and they'll probably go, well, little Johnny or little Sandra know these I need to learn these as well, and it kind of helps them learn, I find, as well. So
exactly,
kind of builds them up and go, well, my friends, some of them know some of these answers, and I'm going to make sure that I remember these answers. So
exactly. And while we finish on reflection, and you never know like where these things take you. I caught up with Susie last night at the event, who is part of a Redlands Chamber of Commerce, and she was telling me about her daughter, Ciari, who has had surgery, and quite serious surgery, and has been like, getting through her surgery by watching you, mister, on YouTube. So I sent Mum the link to our podcast and said, maybe Ciari would like to watch this. So we're going to send her a video. Get well soon. And we are thinking of you, and hats off to you, Maxie, because you and the boys and Bondi Rescue have been keeping her entertained while she's not been too well. So there we go. So that's excellent. So yes, reflecting a really, really busy but cool week.
Yeah, I'm just going to say, get well and look after yourself. And I'm glad to hear that you're enjoying the YouTube, and hopefully you can watch this podcast on the YouTube as well.
Exactly. So, right, playlist doesn't get any better than this.
Yeah, so I know how much you love Oasis, and
I do.
I saw that they're doing a tour next year, and
going live in 25. Mm-hmm.
And the song that I chose this week for the playlist is Oasis, "Live Forever." Well, it's got "live" in the song title, so Live, Learn, Survive, Live Forever.
Live forever, exactly. And yes, it was the what did it say? The stars are aligned. And it's happening. So 15 years of they're going to be back on their track, and actually I will be in the UK when it happens. So I'm not even pretending I might even get a ticket, but
hopefully you do.
You never know. I've subscribed to the thingy login advance, whatever. So yes. It's given the internet a lot of entertainment over the last 36 hours, particularly if you were around in the 90s when they were at their height of Britpop. So it will be an interesting, as long as they are good boys and behave. So there we go. Yes, exactly. So yeah, excellent. So Maxie, last thing then, rule for the rule book.
Rule for the rule book. Yeah, rule for the rule book. We say it all the time, but learn a rescue skill, learn a life-saving skill. You never know when you may use it.
Exactly right. And you know what? We say all the time, if bad things didn't happen, you wouldn't have jobs. So, we think it's never going to happen to us. It could. Knowing the simplest thing might help save yourself and save one of your friends or someone in the community. So, it happens everywhere. Shopping centres, on the bus, at the station. Everywhere.
Just be prepared. Be prepared and just know what to do in those situations. And if you are struggling from something, speak out, talk to someone about it. There is help out there, and know that you're not alone, because millions of people around the world are dealing with stressful situations and helping others from the skills that they might learn or continue to try and be better at. So, learn and enjoy.
Exactly. So that's it. We just almost got to exactly 30 minutes again, Maxie. How good were we? So you got to go and tidy Poppy's room now. I've even made a mess there. Like, come on. No one wants a uncle in there with all his man stuff messing up her unicorns and stuff.
Yeah. So
So yeah.
I'm going to spend some time with the family, but it's been a great afternoon of speaking to guests and doing this podcast as always. Hope everyone enjoyed.
Exactly.
And I hope you have all a great weekend.
Yes.
Look after yourselves.
And we will see you all next week.
See you all next week.
Bye.
Take care, everyone. Bye.